The Dodgers have a massive problem on their hands. We get into exactly what is going on with the team in this edition of Dodgers Digest. Hey, this is Mike Nelson. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Myself and Brad J. will bring you everyday Dodger content, so make sure to subscribe. But, boy, the Dodgers are definitely, in a tough spot right now. They lost 9-6 last night against the Phillies. They have now lost the season series against Philadelphia. The Phillies have the tiebreaker now on the Dodgers for that second spot. Although, at this point, is it really going to matter? The Phillies have a 6.5 game lead with less than 2 weeks left in the regular season. Basically, all but confirming the Dodgers are going to be slated to play in the wild card round, which is not where we wanted to see the Dodgers when the season started. But this is just this is bad. The Dodgers had a really bad loss last night. This is as bad as it gets. The Dodgers had a 4-0 lead. Shohei Ohtani had arguably his greatest start as a Dodger. I'm going to say that again. Shohei Ohtani had his greatest start as a Dodger last night. This guy was hitting 101, 102 miles an hour. This guy was it was insane what Shohei Ohtani did last night. It was absolutely insane what he was doing on the mound against the Phillies, against a Phillies team that you saw after he was taken out of the game what kind of team they are, right? You saw it. I think last night we saw basically what both teams are at this time. I really think so. The Dodgers at this point are just not looking very good at all. They just aren't. But going back to the Ohtani start, which is, I think, it's too bad that this video is not based around that because, watching last night's game, I really thought, when I do the post game tonight, the Dodgers have a comfortable lead, and it's just going to be all about Ohtani. Now, we have to come out and talk about the decision to pull Ohtani after 5 innings, because that has to be questioned. I don't care what, experts say or what the Dodgers' plan was before the game started. Shohei Ohtani was throwing a no-hitter. He was having his best start of the season. His pitch count was around 70. And they pulled him out of the game. And basically the Dodgers went on to lose the game after that, right? Because they gave up 6 runs in that 6th inning. It wasn't the winning runs, of course, but the Dodgers basically gave up the lead and never got the lead back, right? Because they did tie up the game in the 8th, but we know what happened in the 9th. But the Dodgers never got the lead back after that decision by Dave Roberts, whoever makes the decisions with the pitching movements on this team. But, what do you think? What do the fans think out there? Would you have pulled Shohei Ohtani after 5 innings, knowing he was throwing a no-hitter, and also knowing the Dodgers' plan before the game started, right? Because they did talk about that a little bit on the broadcast, how the Dodgers had, they talked about on the TBS broadcast, that was the broadcast I was watching with Alex Faust and Curtis Granderson. They were talking a little bit about how there was a plan for the Dodgers to only have Ohtani stay in 5 innings, right? And it seems like the Dodgers were going to stick by that plan, even though Ohtani was throwing a no-hitter, which I completely disagree with. That is my opinion. I completely disagree with the Dodgers' decision to pull Ohtani in that situation, because look at what happened next. If he's at 70 and he's throwing a no-hitter, why not roll him out another inning? Why not bring him out at least one more inning? And quite frankly, if he's throwing a no-hitter, just keep him in the game. Maybe I'm old school, but I don't agree with pitchers being taken out when they're throwing a no-hitter. We had that situation with Ross Stripling a few years back, and he never got a chance to do that again in his career. So, I think what happens if Ohtani never gets a chance to do this again in his career? So, I mean, I just don't agree with it. I think it's something that baseball has to bring back. I mean, the no-hitter is something that is, or the perfect game, either or. They're both, amazing accomplishments that, baseball is lost, because of analytics or whatever. And I think it's something that we have to bring back in the game. So, yeah, I disagree with the decision to pull him out. And, it also got me thinking about what the Dodgers, of course, want to start Ohtani in the playoffs, right? It seems like that's the plan now. Start him in the playoffs. But if he can't go more than 70, 80 pitches in the playoffs, we're always going to have to tax the bullpen then every time Ohtani pitches. I mean, I don't know. Is that really a long-term solution? What is a long-term solution for Ohtani then? Because, yeah, I know this is the first year he's pitching, but I'm talking about this season, right? Which hopefully the Dodgers can somehow find a way to get to the NLDS, right? Winning the wild card round, and then going to have to face this Philadelphia team, right? I mean, the Dodgers are going to have to face the Philadelphia Phillies in the first round, most likely, and they're going to have to go on the road and do it. And, the way, I mean, come on, watching these two games, anybody can win, right? The Dodgers get some good pitching, and they're going to score runs against Philadelphia. I mean, look at all the runs they've scored the last couple days. They can win the series. Now, Ohtani starting in the wild card round, starting in the NLDS, if he's only giving you 60, 70 pitches, where does that leave your bullpen, right? Look at what happened today. I mean, look at what happened today. Ohtani, a great start. We talked about it. But look at what happened to the bullpen. Wroblewski came in and was a complete disaster. Enriquez came in and didn't work out. I mean, everybody, Jack Dreyer was actually pretty solid tonight, but it was a really bad outing, really bad performance for a couple of these guys, Wroblewski, and then, of course, Trinan was gave the game away. A 2-out rally for the Phillies in the ninth inning, a 3-run homer there. But, I mean, how is this going to work in the playoffs, right? How is this going to work in the playoffs? The Dodgers limiting Ohtani and taxing the bullpen, a bullpen that's already taxed as it is and inconsistent as it is just a disaster right now. So how are the Dodgers going to be able to make this work when Ohtani starts? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know how the Dodgers are going to make this work in the playoffs. Having Ohtani start and then having to pull him out after 4 or 5 innings, right? Because today, they pulled him out after 5 because he had 70 pitches after 5. What happens if he has 70 after 4? Are they pulling him out after 4, right? And going to the bullpen for the rest of the game? I mean, that is just something the Dodgers really can't do at this point, right? They just don't have the flexibility. They don't have the arms that are good enough right now to do that. So how are we gonna, how are the Dodgers gonna win games when Ohtani's starting in the playoffs, right? I mean, there's just so many unanswered questions with how the Dodgers are gonna work this out. How are they gonna make this work? How are they gonna make it work this year? I mean, things are not going well. The team has to play in the wild card round. Think about that. Think of the Dodgers with all the acquisitions that they made at the beginning of the season. For them to fall to the wild card round is an absolute disaster. It has to be. I mean, if you're not thinking this is a disaster, I don't know what you're thinking, right? I mean, I don't know what kind of. I mean, you have to see this objectively. The Dodgers playing the wild card round is a disaster for them, right? They have to play extra. They have to play the extra games. They have to use up extra pitchers, and then they got to go on the road and play Philadelphia. Right? So it's just not a good situation. And, you just hope the team can, get momentum somehow the last week, win that wild card round, and then set themselves up for a great series against Philadelphia. This is going to be a good series, right? It's going to be close, probably go 5 games. And then in that game 5, who's going to be the guy to get the job done? That's going to be the question. Who is it going to be on the mound for the Dodgers in the game 5 of an NLDS? Who is it going to be? right? That is a big question. But is it Yamamoto? Is it Ohtani? Just a lot of unanswered questions. We'll have to find out. It's coming up soon. But yeah, another big game tonight. Dodgers got to find a way to win and avoid the sweep. Hopefully San Diego loses again. Dodgers have a 2-game lead at this point. But as always, make sure to subscribe. And let's go Dodgers. Woo!